What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and today we're back with another video. Thank y'all for 60 subscribers. I'm not gonna put any short-term goal anymore. I'm just gonna do a long-time goal, I guess. Road to 100 subscribers. I guess that's big for me though. But today we're gonna be talking about the careers of two legends, two top 10, I'm not gonna say two top 10 NBA players of all time, or in NBA history, and Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem Olajuwon. I heard someone say that Hakeem's better than Shaq, Shaq's better than Hakeem, and today we're just gonna go about the stats and see who's really the best, who's really the better big man, because they both played the center position, they both led their teams, even though Hakeem really was a one-team wonder, really, and Shaq dominated on multiple teams. But let's just get straight into it. With Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, we're going to start from his Orlando Magic days to his Lakers days, I guess, because we're not going to do Miami, even though he won a ring there, but we're not going to do there. But just know Shaq won a ring there. All right, his rookie season, he averaged 23 and 14. Shaq dominated that year. As soon as he came in the league, I'm pretty sure he was an all-star that season, and nobody could really stop him. But how fast he was moving, he was breaking rims, and he was dominant, really. And then the next season, I'm pretty sure they made the finals, but they lost to Hakeem. He averaged 29 and 13, and this is when the duo of him and Penny really started to flourish. They became one of the best duos of all time, or the best duos at the time. With Michael Jordan retiring, Shaq took over the league this season, and the big fella was dominant. In 1994 to 1995, he averaged 29 and 11, and they didn't make the finals this year. They lost to Michael Jordan in the conference finals. We seen it in The Last Dance, but Shaq still dominated, and that's really what he did his whole career. And I'm forgetting something. Yeah, he was named I'm pretty sure in the top 50 players of all time when he was still in his early 20s, which not a lot of people can say they accomplished in their feet, and that's how dominant he was in his early years. To be recognized as an all-time great that soon in your career is freaking crazy, or fucking crazy. In 1995, 1996, his last year with the Orlando Magic, he averaged 26 and 11, and I'm pretty sure they lost to Patrick Ewing this year, which Shaq really was jealous of Penny Hardaway's. I'm guessing he thought, or he said that since y'all want to dick ride Penny so much, he let him lead y'all, which really the Shaq and Penny duo could have won a championship together, and they possibly could have won multiple championships together with a dominant player like that, and Penny Hardaway being an all-star at the time. That duo was bound to take off. But obviously that didn't happen, and he joined the Los Angeles Lakers the next season. He averaged 26 and 12 and a half. And Shaq, really, these were the years before Kobe broke out. Kobe was coming off the bench during this time, so you can't really say nothing about that. But the 1997-1998 is when Kobe became an all-star. Even though they lost, Shaq was still putting up dominant numbers. He was just waiting for a second star to erupt, and that's really what happened the next season. Really, not in the next season, but 2 years actually. But Kobe made his first All-Star appearance, so that's pretty much next to Shaq. And the what's that called? The lockdown year, I guess. In 1999, he averaged 26 and 10. I don't really remember this year, but I know the Spurs won the NBA championship led by Tim Duncan. They beat the Lakers, and Shaq really couldn't get it done. And they was trying to question his ability to win. He was this dominant player, yes, but he had no championships, no rings to go for. But in this next season, Shaq really dominated. I'm pretty sure this is his MVP season, 1999 to 2000. He averaged 29 and 13. Which him and Kobe finally got it done, and he became a first-time champion and a one-time finals MVP. And he began to three-peated. He three-peated. The next season, he averaged 28 and 12, and his final three-peat, in the final three-peat of them. No. Bugging. Yeah, in the final three-peat, he averaged 27 and 11. But Shaq, during these years, they obviously tension began to run with Kobe, and that duo abruptly ended in the 2003-2004 season when he averaged 21 and 11. He took a back seat because they thought he was jealous. That's basically Shaq's career. He was a jealous person, but he was the most dominant player ever, and he was later. They lost to the Pistons when Ben Wallace erupted. They said he locked down Shaq, but really Shaq was still getting whatever he wanted, so I don't really get the narrative that Ben Wallace was really locking him down, but I guess we'll go for it. But I'm not doing the Miami Heat days, but obviously he won the ring, like I said. And Shaq's accolade, Shaq is a 4-time champion, a 3-time Finals MVP, a 1-time MVP, which is fucking crazy, but we're not going to go into that. He's a 15-time All-Star. He's a 3-time All-Star Game MVP. He's an 8-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, 4-time All-NBA third team, 3-time defensive second team, and the Rookie of the Year, and a 2-time NBA scoring champion. And obviously the 75th and the 50th team, like I said. And Shaq is one of the most dominant players of all time, and we know that. But next we're going to go into Hakeem Olajuwon, and we're going to go from all the way from We're going to go from 88 to 89, I guess. But in those seasons, he averaged his fourth season, we're going to go by that. He averaged 24 and 13 and a half, and Hakeem was really dominant in his first 3 years. I'm pretty sure he was an all-star, but there was a reason why he was drafted ahead of Michael Jordan. It's his footwork as the big man and his ability to get to his spots whenever he wanted was just something the league has never seen before. And in 1989 to 1990, he averaged 24 and 14, and that was really one of his breakout seasons. In 1990 to 1991, he averaged 21 and 13. In 1991 and 1992, he averaged 21.6, 12 rebounds. In the 1992 to 1993 season, he averaged 26 and 13. And then, obviously, where I'm getting to, the 1993 to 1994 season, when he won his first championship with Clyde Drexler, I'm pretty sure was on that team, and Kenny Smith, working for TNT, he's piggybacking off Hakeem's career. But I'm pretty sure this was his first MVP, too, once Michael Jordan retired, or his first time retiree. He averaged 27 and 11.9, which was his best season in the NBA by far, and he was the best in the world. And there was no debating that at that time. I asked my pops, you can ask any old head, you will see that, or you can see highlights, whatever you want. You can see that Hakeem was clearly the best player in the league, and there was no debating that. And that's why he went back-to-back, and he averaged 26.9 points per game and 10.9 rebounds. Sorry. But he had a little bit of a drop-off that season, but he still managed to win the MVP because he was the best player in the world. And for those seasons, nobody could really stop him. And then his last really good season was the 1990s. No, we're just going to do the last two seasons because fuck it. His last two seasons, one he averaged 26.9 points per game at 11 rebounds, and his final good season he averaged 23 and 9. And Hakeem overall was one of the shiftiest players in his position. I know shifty usually means dribbling, but his post move, his work on the glass, he was doing basically everything. But Hakeem's accolades are: he's a 2-time NBA champion. He's a 2-time Finals MVP. 1 MVP, sorry. I got that wrong. He's a 12-time All-Star. He's a 6-time All-NBA first-team selection. He's a 3-time All-NBA second-team selection. He's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's a 5-time All-Defensive first team. He's a 4-time All-Defensive second team. And he's the NBA All-Rookie first team. He's a 2-time NBA rebounding leader and a 3-time blocks leader. And obviously, he's on the anniversary team. But let me know how y'all feel about Hakeem or Shaq. Obviously, some Shaq fans or some people don't watch basketball will obviously think that Shaq is better than Hakeem, but all of the accolades or on the stats, basically, not the stats, because Shaq really dominated on the points and the boards, but just let me know how y'all feel about Hakeem and Shaq, basically, or where their spots are in the top 10. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe. Road to 100.